Before you watch this video, I strongly recommend that you read the corresponding section in the Quick Start Guide. That's the XMLXPathReader. So what we're going to do is to read in our cust orders XML file, which we've got here, and that gets split up into two metadata streams, one for the customers and one for the orders. Now, when that gets split up, what you need to be aware of is that we somehow need to be able to join here the customers and the corresponding orders. That's an important point. Again, it's best read in the Quick Start Guide rather than me waffle about it here. Anyhow, once that's been split up into these two streams, it really behaves in exactly the same way as any other data. Had we read in customers on this port, orders on this port, so then we're just going to join those back together on a common key and aggregate it to generate the total number of orders for each customer, sort that, and then we're just throwing it away. So the best thing to do is to perhaps start off by looking at the XML. So let's quickly open that up. Here you can see we've got a customer record and then a set of order records. It's also got order details, but we're going to ignore that here. And if we go into the XML path reader component, we'll see we specify the path to that XML file. And then this is really the critical bit here, the mapping. And what this mapping does is it uses XPath to specify how to extract the data from the cust orders XML. Again, I'm not going to describe that in detail here. Better read the Quick Start Guide for a proper description. What we will do though is take a look after the debug and see really what data gets generated here. So now that it's finished, you can see that we've got 91 customers have been spat out, and here they are: company name, country, and then this very important index key field. That field has been generated by the XMLXPathReader. You'll notice it's a sequential counter generated at the point that it's read in. And if we look at immediately the output from for the orders, you'll notice here that we've got a field called cust index key. We've defined that in our metadata record, and in the mapping we've told Clover to populate this key field with the index key that was generated for the corresponding customer. So you can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 odd orders for customer number 1 and 4 for customer number 2. So that really is one of the important concepts to grasp. I'll pop back into the mapping section here. Again, I'm not going to really try and explain it in detail here, but I'll point you in the right direction. So here in the first, the context line, you can see we're specifying the name of the metadata field on port 0, and the sequence field attribute tells Clover to generate that unique number and pass it to this one. The child record, if you like, within the customer you've got multiple orders. Here you can see, let me just expand this a little bit. Here you can see we're using the special attribute generated key and pointing that to the cust index key field on the metadata on port 1. And that's used in conjunction with parent key. So the parent key would be this one here, and the generated key is the customer index key. So it's a bit hard to explain on this video, but I hope I've done a better job explaining it in the Quick Start Guide text. And I think probably that's as far as it's worth taking things. Try and recreate this yourself. This is a really good test of your skills, and try and do it without loading a file from anywhere from scratch.